The story of the 1976 Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar begins with a remarkable moment in American history, a moment when the entire nation was preparing to celebrate 200 years of independence, and when the United States Mint was given the extraordinary task of creating special coinage that would honor the bicentennial in a memorable way. The Eisenhower dollar already existed in circulation since 1971, but for the bicentennial celebration, the coin was redesigned into one of the most iconic issues ever produced, and it became a powerful symbol of national pride. This dollar would carry a new dual date, 1776-1976, instead of the usual single year, and it would feature a completely new reverse design representing the historic spirit of the nation and its journey across 2 centuries. The origins of the Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar can be traced to 1973, when Congress authorized the Mint to begin preparing commemorative designs for the upcoming 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The Treasury Department wanted coins that would circulate widely and remind Americans everywhere of the meaning of the bicentennial. Instead of creating special collector medals or limited editions, the goal was to place history directly into everyday commerce, allowing millions of people to hold a piece of the celebration in their hands. The designs for the bicentennial coins, the quarter, the half-dollar, and the dollar were chosen through a national design competition. Artists from across the country submitted hundreds of ideas, and from those entries, 3 winners were selected, 1 for each denomination. For the Eisenhower dollar, the winning design was created by Dennis R. Williams, a young art student whose concept captured the adventurous spirit of the nation. He chose to depict the Apollo 11 insignia, featuring an eagle landing on the moon. But he added a dramatic image of the Liberty Bell floating in the foreground, symbolizing the connection between America's past and its future. The design blended the achievements of the American Revolution with the triumphs of modern space exploration, reflecting the nation's journey from independence to innovation. It was a bold choice, and although some critics debated the mixing of historical themes, the public responded with great enthusiasm, and the design became one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage. In early 1975, the Mint began producing the 1776-1976 Eisenhower dollars, even though they were intended for release throughout the entire bicentennial period. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck circulation coins made of copper-nickel clad, while the San Francisco Mint produced special collector versions, including both uncirculated and proof coins in a 40% silver composition. These silver issues became especially popular with collectors because they offered a precious metal version of the bicentennial design, and their quality was notably higher than the regular circulation strikes. The silver sets were packaged in attractive government holders and sold directly to the public, adding a sense of prestige to the bicentennial celebration. The production of the Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar quickly grew into one of the most substantial minting operations of the 1970s. Millions of coins were struck and moved into distribution channels in preparation for the enormous demand expected during the anniversary year. The Mint promoted the coins, heavily encouraging Americans to save them as souvenirs, and many did. However, despite the high production numbers, relatively few circulated widely because so many people chose to keep them rather than spend them. As a result, the Bicentennial Ike dollar became one of the most hoarded coins of modern times, but this widespread saving ensured that many examples survived in excellent condition for future collectors. The release of the Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar coincided with a nationwide wave of patriotic events, parades, historical reenactments, speeches, museum exhibitions, and cultural programs from coast to coast. Americans could find bicentennial decorations in nearly every store and community, and the special coinage played an important role in reinforcing the celebratory atmosphere. Television commercials, magazines, and Newspapers highlighted the unique dual date and the symbolic reverse design, and the Ike dollar often appeared as a central image in bicentennial-themed advertising. Even banks joined the excitement by offering new rolls of bicentennial dollars directly to customers who wanted fresh mint state examples. The Eisenhower dollar itself already carried deep meaning before the bicentennial transformation. The obverse of the coin still featured the portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme, Allied commander of World War II and later the 34th President of the United States. His leadership during the war and his vision for the post-war world made him a figure associated with strength, unity, and stability. Having his image on a bicentennial coin added another layer of symbolism, reminding Americans of the sacrifices and achievements that shaped the nation across generations. One of the most fascinating aspects of the bicentennial Ike dollar is the role it played in marking the end of an era in American coinage. These coins were the last large-size circulating dollars produced by the United States before the switch to smaller dollars beginning with the Susan B. Anthony series in 1979. The Eisenhower dollar was already considered bulky and inconvenient for daily use, and many Americans preferred paper dollar bills or smaller change. As a result, the bicentennial issues served as the grand finale for the large dollar coin tradition, a tradition that stretched back to the silver dollars of the 18th and 19th centuries. Once the bicentennial celebration concluded and the nation moved toward new coinage, the Ike dollar became an enduring reminder of the transition. Collectors today have great interest in the 1776-1976 Eisenhower dollar because it offers a variety of collectible forms, from circulation strikes to silver proofs to high-grade examples certified by grading services. The most sought-after pieces include the San Francisco 40% silver proof coins, which display deep mirror surfaces and exceptional detail thanks to specialized polishing and striking techniques. Another high-interest area is the identification of striking varieties, such as differences in the lettering, the strength of the Liberty Bell lines, or minor adjustments that occurred during production. These small details allow modern numismatists to distinguish between types and to build specialized collections that highlight the evolution of the coin throughout its minting period. The bicentennial Ike dollar also has cultural importance beyond numismatics. It represents a moment in American history when the country was reflecting on its origins while also looking toward the future. The inclusion of the moon mission emblem acknowledges one of the greatest accomplishments of modern America, linking the founding ideals of liberty and independence with technological progress and exploration. The coin carries a message that the American story is not only about the past, but also about what lies ahead, and this forward-looking theme helped the bicentennial celebration resonate with younger generations at the time. During the bicentennial, many Americans used the Eisenhower dollar as a keepsake, giving it as a gift to children, or saving it as a reminder of 1976. Families stored the coins in albums, jars, and display cases, treasuring them as personal tokens of national pride. Even today, discovering a bicentennial Ike dollar in an old drawer or coin jar can evoke memories of that unique year and the patriotic spirit that filled the country. Some banks and businesses even created special promotional campaigns, distributing the coins to customers as part of local celebrations, further reinforcing their role in the year's festivities.